Om Shanti. Today we will listen to Sweetest Baba's Sweet Murli. Today's date 10th of August 2026. 10th of August 2026. Morning Murli. Om Shanti Baptada Madhuban. Essence. Baba says, sweet children, just as the Father uplifts those who defame him, so you have to follow the Father in the same way. Be bestowers of happiness and continue to forget your bodies. Baba says, sweet children, just as the Father uplifts those who defame him, so you have to follow the Father in the same way. Be bestowers of happiness and continue to forget your bodies. Question: what are the main signs of the children who remain soul conscious? Baba is asking, what is the main signs of the children who remain soul conscious? Answer: 1. They have a lot of spiritual love for one another. They never speak about weaknesses of one another. They give a lot of happiness to others. Their happiness never disappears. They constantly stay in limitless happiness. They never come into conflict. And with the awareness of all souls being brothers, they are aware of having to pick up virtues. They see everyone's virtues. They are virtuous, Baba says, they are virtuous themselves and also make others virtuous. They do not remember anyone except the one Father. So the answer will read again. Number 1 is, question was, what are the main signs of the children who remain soul conscious? So answer is 1. They have a lot of spiritual love for one another. 2. They never speak about weaknesses of one another. 3. They give a lot of happiness to others. 4. Their happiness never disappears. They constantly stay in limitless happiness. 5. They never come into conflict. 6. With the awareness of all souls being brothers, they are aware of having to pick up virtues. They see everyone's virtues. They are virtuous themselves and also make other virtuous. 7. They do not remember anyone except the one Father. Om Shanti. All of you children are personally sitting in front of the highest on high, the unlimited Father. You are so fortunate that you have found such a Father. You have come to the Father, the ocean of knowledge, to fill your aprons with the jewels of knowledge and to earn an income. The Father is talking you sweetly children so high. Baba is saying the Father is taking you children so high. The Father only sees you children. He doesn't need to remember anyone. This one souls, that is Brahma Baba, has to remember the Father. The Father says, both of us only see you children. I, this soul, do not have to see anything as a detached observer. Baba says, both of us only see you children. I, this soul, do not have to see everything as a detached observer, but I also see everything in the same way in the Father's company. I do stay with the Father, do I not? I am his child, and so I see everything with him. Who is saying? Brahma Baba. I tour around as the master of the world, as though I am doing this. I give drishti. Everything including this body, Baba says everything including this body has to be forgotten. Otherwise it is a great, Baba says otherwise it is as though the father and the child become one. The Father explains, sweet children, make a lot of effort. Just as the Father uplifts those who defame him, so you children have to follow him in the same way. Become bestowers of happiness. Never fight or quarrel among yourselves. Consider yourselves to be souls and continue to forget those bodies. Do not remember anyone except the one Father. This is also like the stage of death, of dying alive. It is as though you have died to this world. It is said, when you die, the world is dead to you. You have to die alive here, so continue to remove the awareness of your bodies. Sit in solitude and continue to practice this. Sit in solitude in the morning and talk to yourself. Remember the Father with a lot of enthusiasm. Baba, I am now coming to your lap. Let the body end in remembrance of the One. This is known as solitude. While you are remembering the Father, your bodies, that is, your skin, will be shed. You know that this old world and those old bodies are to be finished. There is just a little time of the confluence age to make effort. Children ask Baba, until when will this study continue? Baba says, until the deity kingdom is established. I will continue to speak knowledge and you will then be transferred to that new world. These are old bodies and so there will continue, Baba says, these are old bodies and so there will continue to be one or another suffering of karma. Do not accept, Baba says, do not expect Baba to help you in this. If you become bankrupt or fall ill, the Father will say that is your karmic account. However, yes, with yoga, your lifespan will increase. Baba says, however, yes, with yoga, your lifespan will increase. Make effort, but do not ask for mercy. The more you remember the Father, the more benefit there is in it. As much as possible, do everything with the power of yoga. On the path of devotion, people sing, hide me in your eyes. Someone who is, Baba says, someone who is loved is referred to as the jewel of the eyes. Baba says, on the path of devotion, people sing, hide me in your eyes. Someone who is loved is referred to as the jewel of the eyes, or loved more than life. This Father is the most beloved, but he is incognito. Love for him should be such, doesn't even ask. Baba says, love for him should be such, don't even ask. The Father hides his children in his eyes. The eyes are not the physical eyes, but refers to the intellect. The most beloved incorporeal Father is teaching us. He is the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of happiness, and the ocean of love. There is not, Baba says, there must be so much love for such a most beloved Father. He does so much altruistic service of the children. He makes you children become like diamonds. Baba is so sweet, he is so egoless and serves you children, and so you children also have to serve with so much love. You have to follow Srimad. If you follow your own dictates, you will cross out your fortune. You children must have a lot of spiritual love for one another. However, because of being body conscious, you don't have that much love for one another. You continue to find defects in one another. This one is like this, that one is doing this. When you are soul conscious, Baba says, when you were soul conscious, you didn't find defects in anyone. You had a lot of love for one another. You now have to imbibe that stage. Earlier, you were so sweet, so now become just as sweet and constantly be bestowers of happiness. By becoming body conscious, you caused sorrow and so your physical happiness disappeared. Your lives have become shorter. The Father has now come to make you Sato Pradhan and to make you into constant bestowers of happiness. Baba says the Father has now come to make you Sato Pradhan and to make you into constant bestowers of happiness. The more you remember the Father, the more the defects will be removed. Any discrimination will also finish. Firmly remember, we are brothers. Baba says, firmly remember, we are brothers. By seeing yourself as brothers, you will always see virtues. Try to make everyone virtuous. Renounce defects and imbibe virtues. Never defame anyone. Some have such defects in them that they are unable to understand themselves and think themselves to be very good. But because of having defects, they say bad words somewhere or other. Such things do not happen in a Sattopradhan stage. Look at yourselves to see how sweet you have become and how much love you have for the Father. Have such love for the Father that you absolutely cling to Him. Baba, you are making us so elevated and sensible. You are making us into the masters of heaven by signing the Father's praise in this way. Baba says, by singing the Father's praise in this way, you should bubble up inside. Maintain your spiritual happiness. It is sung. There is no nourishment like that of happiness. Let there be so much happiness of meeting the Father. At the confluence age, you children receive such nourishment that you stay constantly happy for 21 births. And there is nothing for anyone to worry about. There are now so many worries, and this is why it affects people's bodies. You do not have anything to worry about. Continue to serve one another with this nourishment of happiness. Offer this great hospitality to one another. People cannot offer such hospitality to others. You are offering this hospitality on the basis of the Father's Srimad. To ask others about their welfare is also to give them the Father's introduction. Baba says to ask others about their welfare is to give them the Father's introduction. This first class wonderful nourishment is of knowledge and yoga, and you also receive it from the one spiritual surgeon. Manmanabhav and Madhyaji Bhav, that's all. These two versions are nourishment. You receive the sovereignty of the world from the most beloved Father. This is not a small thing. These two versions are very well known. With these two versions, you become ever healthy and ever wealthy. You children have to churn these things and remain cheerful. The praise, godly student life is the best, is of the present time. As much as possible, enable this spiritual nourishment to reach others and enable one another to make progress and do not waste your time. Remember the Father with great patience, maturity, sincerity, and understanding. Make your lives like a diamond. Sweet children, you must not be careless about the Srimad you received from the Father. Give the Father's message to everyone. Everyone is going to receive the Father's message. The message is very easy. Simply say, consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Father. And do not perform any bad thoughts, words, or deeds with your physical senses. One day, the power of your silence will be heard. Day by day, you will continue to progress and your name will continue to be glorified. Everyone will understand that this is a good organization, that you are doing very good work, and that you are showing a very easy path. The tree of Brahmins will grow a lot and subjects will continue to be created. Many centers will open. Your exhibitions will take place in all the villages. You children have to do very important service. Your new centers will continue to open in which many people will come. Baba says your new centers will continue to open in many which many people will come and make their lives like diamonds. You have to look after each one with a lot of love so that those poor people's feet do not slip. Baba says you have to look after each one with a lot of love so that those poor people's feet do not slip. The more centers there are, the more people will come and take the donation of life. When your children have made an impact, many will call you to go to them and teach them Raj Yoga to change human beings into deities. Baba says, when your children have made an impact, many will call you to the Baba says, when your children have made an impact, many will call you to go to them and teach them Raja Yoga to change human beings into deities. As you make progress, there will be a lot of splendor that God Himself has come to Abu. You children can see that there are many international problems in this old world at this time. Baba says, you children can see that there are many international problems in this old world at this time. All of these old, Baba says, all of these problems are now going to finish and you must not worry about any of them. Tell everyone, do not worry about them. This old world is now about to finish. Do not have any attachment to it. If you have attachment, your heart will not clean. Baba says, if you have attachment, if your heart is not clean, you will not have limitless happiness. You children receive plenty of treasures, Baba says. You children receive plenty of treasures of this wealth of this knowledge, and so there should be plenty of happiness. The purer your hearts are, the purer you will make others. Your hearts will become pure with the stage of yoga. You children must also have an interest in becoming yogi and in making others yogi. If you have attachment to your bodies, if you are body conscious, then understand that your stage is weak. Soul conscious children become real diamonds. Therefore, practice being soul conscious as much as possible. Baba says soul conscious children become real diamonds. Therefore, practice being soul conscious as much as possible. Acha, to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children. We spiritual children also says Namaste to our spiritual mother, father, Bap Dada. Namaste, namaste, namaste Baba, namaste. Shukriya Baba, shukriya. Dil se shukriya. Om Shanti Baba. Today's essence for Dharana 1. Become as egoless as the Father and serve everyone with a lot of love. Follow Srimad. Do not cross out your fortune by following your own dictates. Baba says, become as egoless as the Father and serve everyone with a lot of love. Follow Srimad. Do not cross out your fortune by following your own dictates. 2. Continue to eat and serve others the nourishment of happiness that you have received from the Father. Do not waste your time. Remember the Father with a lot of patience, maturity, sincerity, and understanding, and make your life like a diamond. Today's blessing: may you transfer being attracted into free from being attracted and become an embodiment of power. Baba says in blessing, may you transform being attracted into free from being attracted and become an embodiment of power. For that, Baba says, in order to become an embodiment of power, transform, Baba says, in order to become an embodiment of power, transform being attracted into free from any attraction. So we have to transform from being attracted into free from any attraction. If you have any attraction to your body, your relations, or any physical possessions, Maya can also come and you will then not be able to become an embodiment of power. This is why you first have to become free from being attracted and you will then be able to face any obstacles of Maya. Instead of screaming or being afraid when obstacles come, become powerful and you will then become a destroyer of obstacles. Today's slogan, let your mercy be altruistic and free from attachment, not filled with selfishness. Baba says, let your mercy be altruistic and free from attachment, not filled with selflessness. Today's Abhyakt signal, finish the seed of impurity and become completely clean. Abhyakt signals today's title is finish the seed of impurity and become completely clean, that is pure. For that Baba says, I am a confluenced aged Brahmin. This is not a waste thought, sanskar of impurity or sanskar of a Shudra. Experience the sanskars of impurity and forgetfulness not to be yours, not those of a Brahmin, but those of a Shudra. When you consider those to be yours, you become distressed or influenced by Maya. Acha. Then we have today invaluable versions of Mateshwari ji, Mamma's elevated versions. Title is The Auspicious Time of Fulfilling Life's Hopes. Title is The Auspicious Time of Fulfilling Life's Hopes. For that, Mama says, all of us souls have had a hope for a long time of having peace and happiness in our lives. So, the hope that we have had for a long time will definitely be fulfilled at some point. This is now our final birth, and it is the end of this final birth. None of you should think that you are still young. Young and old all need happiness. But we also need to have this knowledge of what causes us sorrow. You have now received this knowledge that due to being trapped in these five vices, the karmic bondages that we have created can only be burnt in the fire of remembrance of God. The easy way to become free from our karmic bondages is to remember the Almighty Authority in every breath while walking and moving. Mama says, the easy way to become free from our karmic bondages is to remember the Almighty Authority Baba in every breath while walking and moving. God Himself comes and helps by telling us this remedy, but each soul has to make his or her own effort. God comes in the form of Father, Teacher, and Guru and gives us our inheritance. So first of all, we have to belong to that Father and then study with the Teacher and create our reward of happiness for birth after birth. This means that we will receive our status of liberation in life according to our efforts. In the form of the Guru, he makes us pure and gives us liberation. So, understand this secret and make the right effort. This is the time to finish your old accounts and create a new life. However, much effort you make, Mama is saying, however, much effort you make at this time to make your soul pure, that pure effort will accordingly be recorded and continue for the whole cycle. So the whole cycle depends on the income you earn at this time. Look, Mama is saying, look, it is only at this time that we receive this knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end. We have to become deities. It is now our ascending stage, and we will then go there and experience our reward. Their deities do not know that they will then fall in the future. If they were to be aware that after their happiness they will have to fall, then by worrying about their falling, they would not be able to experience their happiness. The spiritual law created in that, Mama is saying, the spiritual law created is that people always make effort to ascend, that is to earn an income for happiness. However, the parts of half and half are created. Mama is saying, however, the parts of half and half are created in the drama, and we know this. So what is the half and half? Half happiness and half sorrow. Half of the cycle we will be happy, and half of the cycle we will be in sorrow. So Mama is saying, however, the parts of half and half are created in the drama, and we know this secret. So when it is the time for us to experience happiness, we have to make effort and claim that happiness. This is the speciality of making effort. It is an actor's duty to act with all his specialities at the time of playing his part, so that the audience says, "Wah wah." This is why the deities have been given the parts of heroes and heroines. Mama says this is why the deities have been given the parts of heroes and heroines. Their memorial images are remembered and worshipped. To stay in a viceless household and to create a lotus-like stage is the speciality of the deities. It was because of us forgetting this speciality that Bharat has reached the bad state it has now. Now, God Himself has come to enable us to make our lives like that. By us holding onto his hand, the boats of our lives will go across. Acha, Om Shanti.